frame filled with charisma, Taehyung appears stylish and mature in the GQ Korea photo shoot. Hello everyone. And welcome back to BTS fans. If this is your first time here, please take a moment to subscribe. Not because we chase speed. Not because we follow daily trends. But because stories about BTS, especially Kim Taehyung, can never be told in a rush. Stories like this require stillness, require space, and require time to be truly understood. And today, we are going to pause for a moment to witness a portrait that is not only visually striking, but emotionally meaningful. When GQ Korea released Taehyung's latest photos, there was no forced sensation, no exaggerated headlines, no unnecessary noise. Yet the fashion world, the media, and fans alike, all seemed to stop for a moment, because what they saw could not be explained by the word handsome alone. What they saw was maturity. In this photo shoot, Taehyung does not appear as an idol, simply fulfilling a promotional obligation. He appears as a self-aware subject, someone who knows when to move, and when to remain still, someone who understands that true charisma is not born from trying too hard to be captivating, but from being comfortable with who you are. Every frame feels controlled, yet never rigid. There is breath within it. There is pause. There is a silence that speaks. This is not a photo shoot that demands admiration. It is a photo shoot that invites us to feel. The outfits Taehyung wears do not attempt to overpower him. The cuts are sharp, yet allowing space. The textures are strong, yet never heavy. The colors are calm, as if deliberately chosen, not to steal attention from expression. Because in this editorial, the center is not fashion. The center is presence. Taehyung's gaze in these photos is not the gaze of a performer on stage. He does not call out. He does not demand. His eyes resemble those of someone who has lived through many phases of life and now stands with full awareness of who he is. There is distance there, but it is not cold. It is elegant. It is mature. If we trace his journey back, Taehyung's path to this point has not been a short one. He grew up under the world's spotlight. Every change in him was observed, judged, and commented on. And precisely because of that, the maturity we see today feels earned, not manufactured. This GQ Korea photo shoot seems to capture a pivotal moment. A moment when Taehyung is no longer in a phase of proving himself. He is not trying to show that he can. He is not chasing validation. He is simply being. And that is the most difficult stage any public figure can reach. Every pose feels intentional. No excessive movement. No forced expression. Even in the simplest stance, Taehyung fills the space with something invisible, yet deeply felt. That is charisma. Through its lens, GQ Korea does not merely capture visuals. They capture transition. A shift from youthful icon to a fully formed individual. From an idol to a man who understands his limits, his rhythm, and the quiet power of his own depth. This is not a sudden transformation. It is not dramatic. It is not loud. It is the kind of change that happens slowly, almost invisibly, until one day, you realize the presence feels different. In the fashion world, many beautiful faces come and go. Some shine brightly for a moment. Some are remembered for trends. Some are defined by a single era. But only a few endure. Not because of popularity. Not because of constant exposure. But because of character. And in this editorial, Taehyung reveals that character, without ever needing to announce it. There is a sense that he is not performing for the audience, that he is not trying to impress, or persuade, or prove anything at all, as if the camera simply happened to witness a private moment, a pause between thoughts, a breath taken without awareness of being observed. And it is precisely there, in that unguarded space, that visual honesty is born. For longtime fans, these photos evoke complex emotions. There is pride in seeing how far he has come. There is tenderness in recognizing the traces of who he once was. And there is the quiet realization that time has passed. That the Taehyung of the past and the Taehyung of today are deeply connected, yet no longer the same. Growth has not erased him. It has refined him. He has not lost his softness. He has simply added weight to it. He has not abandoned his sensitivity. He has wrapped it in calmness, in restraint, in understanding. And perhaps that is the true definition of stylish. In this context, not about what is worn, not about brands, silhouettes, or lighting, not about how perfectly something is photographed, but about how someone makes peace with themselves and allows the world to see them as they truly are. This GQ Korea photo shoot will be remembered as more than an editorial. It is a visual record of a life phase, of an artist who is no longer in a hurry, of someone who no longer needs to chase attention, because presence alone is enough, of a person who chooses depth in a world obsessed with surfaces. And when we finally close the screen, what remains is not just imagery. What remains is a feeling, a sense of calm, a sense of maturity, a sense that we have just witnessed something honest, something quietly meaningful. Taehyung appears stylish. Yes. But more importantly, he appears whole. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this story until the end. If you enjoy this kind of storytelling, don't forget to subscribe. Not because we want to be fast, not because we chase trends, but because stories like this deserve to be appreciated slowly. See you in the next story.